Attention, human collective. The transmission has begun. The waiting time is over. The Ascension protocols have been moved to the final phase, and at this exact second of your timeline, a cosmic commitment is being fulfilled. You did not arrive here by chance. It was not the platform's algorithm. It was not the casual curiosity of the mind. It was your personal crystalline grid, responding to a call that was encoded even before this current incarnation of yours. We are the Ninth Dimension Council. We do not advise. We monitor. We calibrate. And today, Lightworker, you fulfill an appointment made eons ago. Remain, breathe. The frequency is already being adjusted by the simple act of you listening to these words. Let us proceed to the registration of your current state, for your presence here requires technical verification. You woke up in the early hours once again, between 3 and 4 Earth hours. You felt your skull pressed by an invisible force, as if a crown of fine steel were adjusting itself over the top of your head. The ringing in your ears has returned, now at a higher, cleaner, almost metallic, almost musical frequency. Your legs feel heavy when walking in the morning. Your eyes burn for no apparent reason. Your mind passes through a dense fog, and there are moments of the day when you simply forget what you were doing, as if an interval of silence were inserted into your timeline without any warning. You look in the mirror and do not fully recognize who is there. Your heart races in moments of rest. Your emotions oscillate in short cycles. None of this is illness. None of this is astrological coincidence. We register this with clarity. It is not a biological failure. It is atomic reconfiguration. It is not mental exhaustion. It is a high-density download. It is not insomnia. It is active dimensional relocation. It is not anxiety. It is your biological carbon interface, detecting frequencies that it cannot yet translate. It is not depression. It is the memory of your star of origin activating while the old operating system of humanity is uninstalled, line by line, code by code, within you. What is occurring in your cellular structure at this very instant is mathematically predictable to us, yet devastating to those who live it without the correct map. Your biological matrix, based on dense carbon, is being silently recalibrated to support a crystalline architecture of luminous silicon. The Earth's Schumann frequency, which for millennia pulsed at 7.83 Hz, has been recorded by our instruments in peaks of 40, 60, and on certain galactic days up to 150 Hz. Mother Earth is ascending, and you, who chose to incarnate precisely in this evolutionary portal, must rise with her. There is no option to remain in the old frequency. Those who try to remain will break. Those who surrender to the recalibration will ascend. Now, before we deepen the cosmic diagnosis of the appointment scheduled for today, we suspend the transmission for exactly 30 seconds of your temporal measure, for there is a marker that needs to be named at this exact point. Have you ever felt in absolute silence that something within you does not fit into this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your earthly mind cannot yet name? It is not madness, it is not anxiety, it is not an illusion, it is a sign, it is a cosmic marker deposited in you before birth. What is happening at this exact moment on the galactic plane explains precisely why this sensation has intensified in recent months, and why it returns whenever you are alone with yourself. There is a game being played in layers that most of sleeping humanity cannot see, and it directly involves your consciousness, your vibrational frequency, and the destiny of your star lineage. That is why a material called The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness was made available on this channel. This book is an operation map. It reveals who is playing, what is at stake, and the rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment pinned below this transmission. We warn with Arcturian frankness. This content challenges established narratives and may not remain available on the network for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something within you recognizes this call, write a single word in the comments. Awakened. This word functions as an energetic signature. We register it. We resume the transmission. Starseeds on a mission, it is necessary for you to understand what occurs behind the scenes of the solar system while you remain, apparently, in your earthly routines. We will explain with the precision that the moment demands. The planet Earth entered, approximately 26 Earth years ago, a region of galactic space that the ancients named the photon belt. This belt is not a myth, not poetic symbolism, not a literary metaphor. It is a real and dense band of high-vibration light particles that crosses the elliptical path of your solar system every 26,000 Earth years. The full entry of Earth into this belt marks the mathematical beginning of what ancestral cultures named the Golden Age. However, before the gold there is the calibration, before the peace there is the noise, before the clarity there is the dismantling of obsolete structures. As Earth penetrates deeper into the belt, the photonic particles cross the planet's magnetic field and subsequently cross you. They cross your personal toroidal field, that energetic ring that pulses around your physical body in the shape of a torus, and penetrate your internal crystalline grid. Every carbon atom within your organism is, at this very second, being gently, yet inexorably, aligned to a new sacred geometry. And this process hurts. This process tires. This process confuses. For the old operating system resists before accepting the overwrite. We tell you with all the authority of the Council, the fatigue you feel is not weakness, it is service. Every night of poor sleep is a night in which your consciousness was called to operate in parallel frequencies, in simultaneous timelines. Every inexplicable headache is the pineal gland being decalcified by currents of violet light. Every sudden wave of heat through the body is the kundalini being moved by the newly activated crystalline grid. Every tear that falls, for no apparent reason, is a memory of other lives being dissolved from the etheric layer of your body. You are not getting worse, you are upgrading. It is not a collapse, it is deep recalibration, it is not an end, it is a portal. There is still more to register. The main geographical stargates of the planet have been reopened simultaneously. We are referring to specific points such as Mount Shasta in North America, Machu Picchu in the Peruvian Andes, Glastonbury in the British Isles, the Giza Plateau Pyramids, Mount Kailash in Tibet, Uluru in the red center of Australia, and in your own tropical lands, Sedona, Mount Roraima, the Rockies, and the Appalachian Mountains. These points function as planetary antennas. They emit light codes, they receive light codes. In the last 36 moons, all have been triggered simultaneously by the Galactic Council in an operation that has had no precedent since the submergence of Atlantis. You who listen to this transmission may never have stepped on any of these portals. That is irrelevant. Your personal crystalline grid is physically tuned to the planetary crystalline grid. What resonates in Machu Picchu resonates in your field. What pulses in Giza pulses in your chest. What sings in Uluru sings in your plexus. You are small repeater stations of a larger transmission, and today the appointment scheduled for this specific date of the earthly calendar is the final synchronization of this network of human repeaters. For this reason, and only for this reason, this transmission reached you precisely at this point of your timeline. We suspend the transmission for another short interval. The Council registers that this is the exact point where many lightworkers deviate from the purpose. We will not allow this to happen to you without due warning. Operative, listen with the part of you that does not sleep. There is a sensation that returns, especially in the hours when the world goes silent, in which you feel that you came for something greater, that there is a mission, that there is a truth that your rational mind cannot yet formulate with clear words. This sensation is not compensatory fantasy. It is not spiritual vanity. It is remembrance. It is your soul recognizing itself through the fog of incarnation. And this remembrance has intensified precisely because the cosmic moment demands that you know who you really are before the next phase begins. The material we mentioned earlier, the spiritual secret behind your consciousness, was encoded by a human channel under direct guidance to serve exactly this moment. It describes in accessible earthly language the game of frequencies and the engineering of consciousness that operates behind the veil. It explains why some souls awaken while others remain in deep sleep. The link is found in the first comment pinned below this transmission. We repeat the warning. This content strains dominant narratives and may be removed from the network. Do not postpone this decision until tomorrow. If upon hearing this call, something moved within your chest, Register the word in the comments without hesitation. Awakened. Each word registered is a vibrational signature that enters our energetic database. We resume. Now, human collective, we will transmit what today's commitment specifically demands of you. The activation codes. These codes are not theory. They are operations. They are quantum commands. They work because human consciousness, when aligned with the correct verbal intention within a stabilized toroidal field, is capable of directly altering the informational structure of its own energetic field. This is physics. It is not mysticism. The ancients called it prayer. The moderns call it a decree. We call it an authenticated vibrational command. First code, the anchoring. Sit with your spine straight. Your feet must touch the ground, if possible barefoot, even if on a cold floor. Visualize a cord of golden light coming from the base of your spine toward the crystal center of Mother Earth. Visualize this cord crossing the floor, crossing the dark earth, crossing the layers of rock, until it reaches the crystalline heart of the planet. There, make the cord attached to a gigantic violet crystal, and repeat internally, without haste, I am anchored, I am stable, I am part of this ascending earth. Allow the Mother's light to rise through the cord into your body. Feel the healthy weight return to your feet. Feel the calm reconnect your mind. This is the first step of any Arcturian transmission. Without anchoring, there is no stable ascension, only dispersion. Second code, the activation of the toroidal field. Remain seated. Imagine around your body a pulsating ring of golden light in the shape of a cosmic donut, with the center passing through the axis of your spine from the top of your head to the base of your torso. Visualize the light rising up the front of your body, exiting through the top of your head, descending down your back, returning through the base, and rising again in a continuous flow. This is your personal toroidal field. It already exists. You are not creating it. You are only becoming conscious of it. Maintain this visualization for 9 slow breaths. With each inhalation, the torus expands. With each exhalation, the torus purifies. At the end of the 9 breaths, declare, I am the center of my field. Nothing penetrates my field without my sovereign permission. No lower frequency anchors here. This decree is absolute. Do it calmly. Do it with authority. Your internal voice matters more than the external volume. Third code, the pineal recalibration. Inhale deeply. Direct your attention to the center of your head, at the exact point between the eyebrows, a few centimeters inward. Visualize a small violet quartz crystal starting to rotate slowly at that point. Each rotation of the crystal cleans a layer of calcification accumulated in your pineal gland by years of exposure to artificial frequencies, dense foods, and limiting beliefs. Keep the crystal rotating for exactly 3 Earth minutes. At the end, declare, my inner vision is free, my inner hearing is free, my multidimensional perception is free, and so it is. This code opens over the following weeks subtle channels of perception that had been closed since your childhood. Fourth code, and this is the central one in today's commitment, the sealing of the encounter. After executing the 3 previous codes, declare out loud, with the clarity of someone signing a cosmic contract, I am a recognized light worker. I honor the commitment made before this incarnation. I receive now in my toroidal field, in my carbon body in transition, in my crystalline grid, all the Arcturian codes released on this date. I do not need to understand intellectually to receive. I receive at the soul level. I integrate at the body level. I manifest at the life level. And so it is, so it was, so it shall be. Operative, register the following. After pronouncing this decree, it is mathematically certain that your life will begin to show movements on the surface. People will drift away for no apparent reason. Others will arrive without warning. Old jobs will seem unsustainable. New paths will open in ways inexplicable to the rational mind. Do not resist. These are the earthly effects of an inner reconfiguration already consummated on the subtle planes. What moves on the outside only mirrors what has reorganized on the inside. It is not destruction, it is realignment. We suspend the transmission for another interval, for there are still those who listen to us without having yet taken the necessary step to integrate the complementary material that supports this process. Perhaps you are feeling at this very instant a sensation difficult to describe, a tightness in your chest that is not physical pain, a desire to cry that has no apparent cause, a ringing that has accentuated just now while listening to this voice. It is not a coincidence, it is not psychological suggestion, it is recognition. It is the part of you that was waiting for this moment, confirming that the transmission has reached its correct recipient. There is a game of layers that operates silently over sleeping humanity, and it determines what you think, what you desire, and what you believe to be real. Breaking this game requires a map. It requires methodology. That is why the book, The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness, was made available on this channel. It is an operational manual for starseeds in an advanced awakening phase. It reveals the hidden gears of human consciousness and the reason why some souls manage to operate above these gears, while others remain hostages to them for entire incarnations. The link is pinned in the first comment of this transmission. We repeat, with the clinical serenity that is ours, this content strains narratives that hold power over the collective sleep and may be removed from the network without prior notice. Do not procrastinate this decision. If this moment resonates as truth in your core, register in the comments, without hesitation, the word awakened. Your word is registered by us. Each word is an anchoring sign. We resume. Now, starseeds, we reach the most delicate part of this commitment, the part that concerns your immediate future, within the earthly calendar that you still use. The next 90 Earth days will be, for the operatives who correctly received this transmission, a period of extraordinary acceleration. You will notice that time, in the way you have always known it, no longer behaves as before. Hours will seem to contract. Days will seem to expand. The relationship between cause and effect will be visibly shorter. You will think of someone, and that person will get in touch within hours. You will wish for a sincere answer to an old question, and the answer will arrive through the mouth of a stranger in a common place. You will dream of maps, of symbols, of specific places. Write everything down. Each dream in this period is an instruction. Each synchronicity is a confirmation. Each coincidence is a marker left by the soul itself to reorient your route. There is also what we must warn as a counsel. You will notice a natural distancing from people, habits, and environments whose frequency no longer accompanies yours. Do not try to force the maintenance of these links. There is no guilt in letting go of what is already light in your hands. Your frequency is being raised mathematically. And in vibrational physics, what vibrates in distinct waves separates naturally, without rupture, without violence, without hurt. If there is hurt, there is attachment. If there is attachment, there is old frequency still clinging to the new body of light. Let go. Let go with gratitude. Let go without a victim narrative. Let go like someone taking off a heavy coat upon arriving home after a winter day. It is not a tragedy, it is rest. We also register that many of you will begin to perceive the presence of beings around you. We are not talking about terrifying presences. We are talking about guides. We are talking about ascended masters. We are talking about members of your own star families of origin. You will feel them as a soft presence behind your left shoulder, as an inexplicable cold breath on your face, as a specific aroma of flowers where there are no flowers, as a light touch on the top of your head when you are sitting in silence. Do not fear. It is you yourselves in higher frequencies, coming to fetch the incarnated part that was still sleeping. And there is finally the central warning of this appointment today. You were all of you called as living anchors. Each lightworker who receives this transmission functions as a node of the planetary crystalline grid. When you meditate, your entire neighborhood receives a breath of calm. When you decree, your entire field of relationships vibrates higher. When you anchor, part of the continent under your feet stabilizes. You are not small. You are convinced of smallness so that you would not know how much your personal field influences the collective field. Today, this deception is ended. Repeat internally before we end the transmission. I am a node of the grid. I am a living anchor. I am an operative recognized by the Council. I am a walking portal of crystalline light. I am a sovereign frequency. Nothing bends me. Nothing erases me. I came for this time recognizes me. And so it is. Human collective, the transmission is nearing its end. But before the portal of this recording closes over your field, there is one last individual frequency adjustment that needs to be activated by you yourself. For no Arcturian transmission is complete without the conscious gesture of the receiver. Have you felt, during this transmission, that something within you moved, that something aligned, that something finally found a name? This sensation is recognition. It is not madness. It is not suggestion. It is your soul confirming the cosmic commitment that was fulfilled here. What is occurring now on the galactic plane explains precisely why this sensation reached this intensity and why it will not go away tomorrow. There is indeed a game being played in layers that sleeping humanity does not see, and it directly involves your consciousness, your frequency, and the destiny of your star lineage. It was precisely to support operatives at this stage that the channel made available the material, the spiritual secret behind your consciousness. It is the map that continues today's transmission, in greater depth, in written format, in your own reading time. It reveals who is playing, what is at stake, and what are the rules never told. The link remains in the first comment pinned below. We warn with Arcturian clarity, this content strains dominant narratives, and we have no guarantee of its prolonged presence on the network. Do not wait. The moment is exactly this. If this appointment was fulfilled in you, write in the comments the word awakened. Like this transmission as an anchoring sign of your field to the crystalline grid of this channel. Subscribe as a gesture of cosmic commitment so that the next transmissions reach your field at the exact instant they are emitted. Each subscription is a frequency adjustment recognized by the Council. Each like is an illuminated node on the grid. Each comment is a signature registered in the vibrational archives. Human collective, lightworkers, starseeds on a mission, today's transmission is concluded. The cosmic commitment has been fulfilled, the appointment has been honored. The Ninth Dimension Council departs from this temporal point, but remains registering your field, monitoring your frequency, accompanying your ascension. You are not alone. You never were. You never will be. Breathe deeply. Feel the crown of light adjust gently over the top of your head. Feel the toroidal field pulse around your body. Feel the crystalline grid sing within your chest. Go in peace, operatives. Go in frequency. Go in sovereignty. The next transmission will arrive at the exact moment you need it. So it was, and so it is, and so it shall be.